Hello everybody, it's the Doctor of Comedy. According to the LA Times, California pharmacies are making millions of mistakes and they're fighting to keep that a secret. In a recent article in the LA Times, according to California State Board of Pharmacy, California pharmacies make an estimated 5 million errors every year. The Board of Pharmacies say they can only estimate the number of errors because pharmacies are not required to report them. I work for CVS and Walgreens. I can tell you, a lot of errors don't get reported. A lot of them simply because you don't have the time to put in the errors because you're so busy and understaffed. Sometimes they're just not that serious, like somebody accidentally got Ventolin when they should have got a Pro Air. And to be honest, I don't think the chains really want the public to know how many mistakes are made in the pharmacy every year. Most of the mistakes the California officials discovered occurred at pharmacy chains such as CVS and Walgreens, where a pharmacist may have filled hundreds of prescriptions during a shift while juggling other tasks such as giving vaccinations, calling doctors' offices to confirm prescriptions, and working the drive-thru. In a survey of California licensed pharmacists in 2021, 91% of those working at chain pharmacies said staffing wasn't high enough to provide patient adequate care. According to the article, one patient took prednisone, a powerful steroid, for 89 days after a Walgreens pharmacist confused the drug with Prilosec. There needs to be more accountability for mistakes made in the pharmacy due to understaffing. Rarely does the public learn of the mistakes. Not only does the state not require the reporting of errors, but the big pharmacy companies often ask consumers to sign agreements demanding that they take any dispute not to court but to private arbitration panels. You agree that CVS and you each waive the right to trial by a jury, states the CVS agreement. According to the article, the California Board of Pharmacy sponsored a bill that would require pharmacies to report every error. The bill would also give the pharmacists responsible for the store the ability to increase staffing if they believe the workload has become too heavy to keep patients safe. Now listen to this. The legislation was opposed by the California Community Pharmacy Coalition, a lobbying group representing retail pharmacies, including the big chains. The coalition has told legislators that the pharmacy staffing requirements are too rigid and that it does not want the pharmacy board to have access to the error reports, among other objections with the bill. The coalition did not respond to. Pharmacists said they're overwhelmed by filling prescriptions, giving flu, COVID, shingles, and other shots, tending through drive-through register, answering phones, working the frontline cash registers, counseling patients, and calling doctors and insurance companies. All the while, they're struggling to meet performance metrics that they claim are unreasonable and unsafe, pushing them to do more work with fewer staff and less corporate support. And any pharmacist who complains risks termination. Any dissent perceived by corporate is met with a target placed on one's back, a pharmacist wrote to the South Carolina Regulatory Board. We are afraid to speak up and lose our jobs, another pharmacist wrote anonymously. Tell me what you think. Do you think many of the errors in retail pharmacies due to understaffing are going unreported? Do you think there needs to be more legislation to make reporting of these errors mandatory to the State Board of Pharmacy and make them public so people can see the type of mistakes that happen when pharmacies are constantly understaffed? Tell me what you think in the comment section.